Welcome to Home with Simone. My name is Simone, and as always, a huge thank you to each and every single one of you that continuously supports my channel. Last time we left off with the pantry, and today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I mean, you guys could only watch me wash dishes, containers so much. So I'm not going to be washing any containers today. I've already done that. But what I want to show you guys is my cupboards and how I organize them. I think one of the most commonly asked questions is, where do you put all of your stuff, especially when it comes to my tablescape stuff? So I'll show you guys. In this cupboard here, this is where I have all of the dishes that I use for my tablescapes. Mind you, I do use some of these dishes to make drinks and to serve food in, but this would be where I have the majority of my good dishes. So I've got my champagne glasses, my wine glasses, I've got my shorter champagne glasses there, some really neat funky designed ones, and then I have my glam snowflake cups. Then down here we just have two different types of mugs. I have my saucers here. One is shaped as a heart. I love this one, it's so cute. Dollarama, $3.50, can't go wrong. And then the other one, which is really beautiful, was from Walmart. It's a gift from my mom, and it does pair really nicely with the plates here. And then these beautiful bowls, guys, I just love. I can't wait to style these this year. These ones are also from Dollarama, $4. So don't sleep on the dollar store. You can get some really nice pieces in there. Is just picking the right ones and then knowing how to style them. And then these plates are from HomeSense. I don't even know if the price is still on. Yeah, $5.99. And I got them from HomeSense. These I've had for a very long time. So this is a cupboard that these live in. And it's really good if you're using dishes or you have dishes you're not using frequently. Put them in a cupboard that you're least likely to go to. And this cupboard is part of the kitchen. I don't really come in here for anything. I've never really used it as much, so it made a really good space for those. And then if we look down here, this is the cupboard that I have the rest of my glam dishes, my big jars and things like that. Love, love, love this cupboard. The shelves are high enough to fit some of my taller pieces. And then there's even space in the back that I can slide in some of my other pieces. So anything that I'm using from here is always used for entertainment or decor purposes. Again, it just made sense because it's literally the cupboard right underneath this cupboard. So again, a spot in my kitchen, cupboards that I wouldn't normally go to, has these items. And you guys have probably seen these numerous times in my different home decor videos. Now the next cupboard up here, this is where I have like some of my glass or breakable dishes. So these plates, you've probably seen me do a video on this, a table setting using these. I think I did one Valentine's Day. It was really beautiful. I think it was Valentine's Day. I'll link it in the description if you guys wanted to see how I incorporated that with lace and red. And then I have these giant bowls here from Dollarama. Let's see if the price is on. No, I took it off. Hang on, let's see. I think they were like $4, to be honest. And then I just have some regular glasses up there, and I'm going to get some other ones. So I do have the space available. And this mug's going to be moved eventually. But for now, that's where it's living. These are dishes that I do use regularly. It's in a cupboard that everybody accesses without question because it's available for daily use. These are just breakable dishes, but the other ones, no one touches those but me. And then up here is where I have the rest of some of my breakables. So I have like my different types of cups. This is where I do my smoothies in, hot chocolates. These are new, got them from Dollarama. When I entertained over the holidays, I wanted everybody to have a really nice cup, and we were drinking like whiskey and things like that. So I thought these cups were really cute. I think I paid like $1.75 or $2.50, I don't remember, but they were affordable, and I got 8 of them. And then over here on top of this riser, I just have my measuring cups, And then in front of it, I have like my juicer. Yes, I still have an old school juicer. And then just another cup. It's not really a measuring cup, but I do use it for different liquids when I'm cooking or baking. And then behind that, I have just, normally there's 2 of these breakable containers, but one's in the fridge right now. So I have the other one there. And I just keep everything in here. It's hard to do that when I'm looking in the camera. But yeah, so everything up here is pretty breakable. This is just some coasters, extra coasters. And then this riser I got from Dollarama. And yeah, so that's what's in this cupboard. And again, anybody just uses those dishes. I'm not really too crazy about what happens with those. This is where I keep appliances. I don't have a lot of appliances. I don't like unnecessary things. So in here, I just have my blender, and normally the kettle will be in here. But I think one of us made hot chocolate, and so it's probably on the counter. But normally the only thing in here is blender and a kettle. And then in this cupboard, I just have this the plastic dishes on the, look at this one stained with curry. Plastic dishes on the bottom. These are the ones that my son will most likely go to, or if I'm dishing out food, I tend to go to these ones. Believe it or not, guys, and I mentioned this with my utensils, I had 4 of everything. And I don't know, they just disappear, magically disappear. We got somebody in here who's eating dishes. But the only person that uses these the majority of the time is my son. But you know kids, right? It's never them. But these I get from the dollar store, just a couple bucks, and it comes in handy. Every so often I'll get rid of the old ones and pick up 4 of each. And I keep them for as long as I can until they start looking crazy or until we start losing pieces. I would say twice a year I replace them. These are glasses we use every day. Oh my God, I gotta show you guys this. My brother's gonna be really happy that this had its own feature. So he's completely obsessed with everything to do with like House of Dragon, Game of Thrones. So I had a good friend of mine that actually custom made this glass for him. And I think it's the Targaryen. He's gonna come for me in the comments if I said it wrong. But this is his cup. Nobody else uses this. This belongs to him. It's like a king's crown. So yeah, I thought I'd give it its own little feature. Any of you Game of Thrones fans out there, you're probably gonna get it. I don't get it, but hey, it is what it is. So normally on this side where this one is, I have a bunch of these disposable cups. Again, like everything else, my son swears it's not him, but cups go missing. So I'm probably going to take you guys along with me when I do my replenish my groceries and some of my kitchen appliances, and we'll get some new cups. And then up here is where we have our mugs. Some of them are highly inappropriate, some of them are not. I almost gave my mother a heart attack with one of them, but this is one of my favorite ones. Behind every great kid is a great mom. I have 2 of these. And then this is my brother's skull cup. Behind that one is highly inappropriate. I'm not gonna put it on camera at all. But then I have my little unicorn one. And then I have my auntie mug. My sweet Athena drew these little pictures on this. And her mom put it on the mug for me. I love that mug. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's always nice to have like little things that you like. You don't have to have a lot, but just meaningful things. You know, whenever I'm having a cup of hot chocolate, I think about these little things. And, you know, as you guys know by now, I'm pretty corny when it comes to those things. Over on this side, I have my hot chocolates. I keep like my Milo, my Ovaltine, my baking powder. Normally sugar is in here. Hot chocolates, like the carnation hot chocolate, tea, all of those things stay in these containers. These containers I got from Dollarama. They were like one of my favorite buys, and I see them all over the place now, and they're expensive. They're like $12.99, but I only paid $4 for these, and it's the exact same one. So check out your local Dollarama, guys. And they stack really, really nice, and they seal really well as well. So that's what's there in this cupboard. And then over here on top of the stove, nothing crazy. It's just my pots and pans. That's it. And some are missing because I have to do a load of dishes. On top here, my oils. You guys have seen this before. These I got from Dollarama. I was really surprised because I had to order my other ones off of Amazon. But these I got from Dollarama. I think they were $1.25. They still have them the last time I checked. So if you guys are in the general Toronto area, check out your Dollaramas because I've been to a couple of them and they have in all the ones I've been to. This cupboard over here is where I keep like the extra foods that I don't normally keep on the shelf. I don't have a lot like in a stockpile, but things like milk and extra ketchup and barbecue sauce, some of the larger seasonings, and this is from Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving, from Christmas. And then on top I have like some condensed milk and just little things like that. I don't think anybody's eating this Chef Boyardee, honestly. It's just been sitting there, so I'll have to purge that. But I am going to stock it up because normally up here I like to have sardines and tuna and things like that. And in this cupboard, which will look really empty, only because I was in the middle of washing all of these containers. You guys would have seen the video where I got all of these. Everything's from Amazon. So I keep all of my maple syrups in here. These bottles actually belong to these lids. And I wanted like the longer one to fit on here. So I just switched it out. But I did not want to get rid of the bottles. So I just keep them in the back. And then I put my containers in front of it. So right now what I'm doing is I am washing all of the containers in here, getting rid of what I don't need. I've got a bunch of them drying here so that when I do my groceries and I'm restocking everything, it's going into all clean containers and I don't have to think twice about it. I also don't label. I don't know if you guys noticed. I don't label. I don't like labeling. I have very few things that are labeled. My spices are labeled, and in my bathroom, my like the pumps, my DIY soap, whatever you want to call it, like the pump you put the soap in, that is labeled. Aside from that, nothing else, because I want to have the flexibility of using my containers however I want to use it without constantly putting a new label or peeling off labels. So that's why it's not done. Here I've got a food scale, and here I've got a recipe book. And that's it in this cupboard. Top of the fridge, I never use the cupboard. I can't reach it, so there's really nothing in there. I think my brother has his skull collection in there, but that's about it. If you guys want to see my brother's skull collection, check out his channel. I'll link the video to his collection. It's really cool. Or if you even want me to do a video on it, maybe I'll do a short and I'll upload it. I think you guys will like it. Then you can always check him out and follow his journey to his skull collection, because I think he's got a couple new ones coming soon. And then down here is where I keep containers. So everything on this side goes into the fridge. All my vegetables and like my lettuce and fruits and everything. Then I've got some eggs, some containers that I keep meats and cheeses in. And then I just keep these two. Nothing goes in here except for what's in it. So like my ice trays and extra little containers. These are containers that you can just pack food in to go. If I'm giving somebody food, I use those ones. And these are my larger dishes that cannot fit in the other cupboard. So this is where I put them. And I have the full sets down there. If you guys look closely, this was my Christmas dining room tablescape that I have in there. And that's it. Pretty simple in this cupboard. And then this one has kind of like everything else. So my son likes cooking, so he has his own little pot set down here, but he doesn't use it. He still uses mine. And then over here, I just have travel mugs and like water bottles and stuff. And then down here, I do have two containers. This is where I have like my frother. And I just have it on the bottom here. I just slide it in. And then this container is where I keep all of like my small lids and things like that. And then I just put my strainers there because there's nowhere else and it fits there perfectly. So that's what's in my cupboards. And then the last set of it, I almost forgot to show you guys this, is just my drawers. So down here is where I have like my everyday dishes that I use, my bigger utensils, spoons, my tongs, pizza cutter, can openers, things like that. And then this is where I keep the utensils. Nothing fancy. These trays are all from Kitchen Stuff Plus. No, are these from Kitchen Stuff Plus? Hold on, I'll tell you. Yeah, they're all from Kitchen Stuff Plus. I thought I was gonna say Dollarama, but they're not from Dollarama. And then in these drawers here is where I keep all of my spices. And I have 2 spice drawers. So it seems like I have a lot of things. Like when you look at my channel on a whole, and you're looking at, oh, she's always doing a different tablescape, or oh, she's always, you know, moving things around, or she's got something new. In reality, it's not that I have a lot of new things. It's just that I have a lot of things that I tend to use different ways. So you see them in a different light, and then it just makes it look like there's a lot, but there really isn't. Now I do have some bins, because this is really not all that I have. I have some bins in my storage. I'll make sure to do a video on my storage and show you guys how I go ahead and do that. You know, where I put my Christmas trees, where I put all of my actual decor pieces. So like my decorative throw pillows and my throws, things like that. Because I know that this is something that a lot of people have been asking. If you have a small space, where do you house those things? That will be a different video. I just wanted to focus solely today on where I put my decorative pieces that are considered dishes or cutlery, things like that. So I hope I was able to inspire you all to get creative and think outside of the box. And I hope I gave you some ideas in regards to organizing your home, some creative ways to do it. And I'll see all of you in the very next video.